The Vienne Jazz Festival has been instrumental in bringing international music to Wales. Now one band has gone a step further by taking Welsh jazz to foreign climes. The new Jazz Aliens, who hail from the South Wales valleys, recently performed their debut gig at a renowned festival in France, alongside musical greats like Herbie Hancock, Eric Clapton and Little Richard. In the first of two reports, Matthew Richards joins the band as they prepare for the big night and mingle with the stars.
A last-minute rehearsal for the new Jazz Aliens before heading for France. They've only been together for a few short months, but they each have an impressive pedigree. Individually, they worked with Jimi Hendrix, Pink Floyd and the Manic Street Preachers, all worked their way up through numerous small-scale venues. No such low-key start for this band, though.
We've basically launched the band here, I think, with the new lineup and everything that's going on. It seems to have taken off a bit. So I think it's just building from here on now.
Vienne is a quiet vista in southern France. Once occupied by the Romans, it lies along the Rhone, largely untroubled by flocks of tourists, except for 2 weeks every year when the festival comes to town. The amphitheatre provides a classy setting for the headlining acts. Eric Clapton and B.B. King have played here already. Tonight the crowds are here to see Herbie Hancock. The American pianist is in town for a concert and to introduce a screening of the film Round Midnight, for which he wrote the music.
Even now, every time I see this film, I always feel like crying, you know. Sometimes it brings tears to my eye. There were a lot of people that never saw it because they were too young, you know. And they were seeing it for the first time, and I got the feeling that they were really, really moved by it.
Hoping to strike a similar chord with their audience, the Aliens share a few words with their fellow musicians.
We had a great time last evening. We spent the evening with Herbie Hancock, and he was very much into the music that we're playing at the moment, and it was just a nice night.
From the valleys to Vienne, the Welsh band have come far. They're just hours away from their debut performance, so now it's time for the Aliens to plan their attack.
And you can see how the band gets on in the second of our reports tomorrow. Yesterday we reported on how a jazz band from the South Wales valleys is hoping for success after their first ever live performance at a prestigious music festival in France. The new Jazz Aliens have been appearing alongside the big names of the music world. In the second of our reports from the Vienne Festival, Matthew Richards gets a front row seat for the all-important first gig.
Glenn, Tony, Justin and Dave take time out to relax the night before their performance in Vienne, the town which, for 2 weeks every year, echoes with the strains of jazz music. Seemingly, everywhere you turn, people are joining in an impromptu jam session. One such part-time musician is the festival organiser, Patrick Courteau. Also a local school teacher, football coach and counsellor for the area, he still found time to appreciate the festival's international flavour.
It's quite nice. Actually, we'd like to have more bands from the UK, and especially from Wales, because our town is twinned with Neath, which is in South Wales near Swansea, and we're hoping in the future to have, at least next year, to have 3 bands from that area.
It's sink or swim time for the new Jazz Aliens. This gig has to count. 45 minutes is all the time they have to impress the notoriously nonchalant festival goers. The band know that first impressions matter, so they're keen to get off on the right foot with the crowd.
I did say merci beaucoup. That's all the French I know, so you'll have to bear with us, I'm afraid.
Popular success has been the Aliens' goal all along, and this experience has only made them hungry for more of the same.
I think the response was really good. Yeah, it was really good. You know.
Yeah, I felt the same. When I told them to shut up, they listened to me. So that's always a good move. I told them to clap, and they clapped.
Would you come back again?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. And I think you would.
Will they have us back again? Of course they will. No, we're going to hit Ireland next, I think. Lookout Island.
So, with their all-important debut performance out of the way, the new Jazz Aliens are heading back to Wales. Now they're hoping that more offers are going to come in. This is Matthew Richards for BBC Wales Today at the Vienne Jazz Festival in France.